Welcome back to the FC26 Career Mode on Tomasso YT with Everton. In the rain on Merseyside, we welcome Crystal Palace to the Hill Dickinson Stadium, looking to make amends for what was truly awful performance last time out. We were leading West Ham 2-0 before losing the game 3-2 in the end. Previous defeats to Liverpool and Aston Villa mean that the season has not started wonderfully for Tomasso Ricci's men. And we're diving straight into the games today because we just need to get some points on the board. And they've got following Balogun up front apparently, which is not a good sign because I rate him. I think he's a good player. And we have been struggling to defend. But Tarkowski there does well to get a foot in his clearance is agricultural, we'll call it that. Barry onto Grealish. Looking for Ndai. He's through. Oh, and he should have done better. It's saved by Benitez. Please don't score. Please don't score. Please don't score. Well done, Tarkowski. And Grealish to take it away. This is very end-to-end stuff. Up to Dewsbury Hall. He's got Semenyo running outside him. Has to slide in the end to get it to Dewsbury Hall. He's trying to manufacture some room for a shot. It's Dewsbury Hall powering it, but Benitez palms it. And eventually it's cleared. But good pressure this from Everton as Dewsbury Hall again. Onto Grealish and Ndai. Got Miklenko inside him, but we've also got Gay to pass it back to Dewsbury Hall. It's a heavy touch in the rain. You've got to be so careful on this slippery surface. As Gay winds up to shoot, and it's a flying Benitez. Stops it from going into the top left corner of the Crystal Palace goal. Pickford tries to organise his wall. And surely Sarr this time will have a shot. He does shoot. Oh! What an effort that was from Sarr. I thought it was going to go in off the bar. Pickford beaten all ends up. Wow. I don't know how that hasn't gone in. And after a bright spell for Everton, Palace on top at the moment. But Grealish is trying to make something happen for us. Releasing Semenyo. Semenyo just runs too far and in the end, Benitez gets the ball and passes it out to Lema. It's a good game. It's a good game. Either team could win this. Balogun. It's really good play from him. What a save, Jordan Pickford. And that's how close Sarr's free kick was to going in. Chance here to break before half time, but the whistle goes 0-0 in an eventful first half at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. We want 3 points, but to be honest, I mean, one's better than none, isn't it? We've got Sarr's free kick, almost the difference between the two teams at the break. 0-0, and we'll see how the second half goes. On to Dewsbury Hall. It's really sloppy, really lazy play from Dewsbury Hall in the middle of the park, and he can't afford to lose the ball there. As Jeremy now moves away until to Decore, and Balogun, his shot is only blocked by Jared Branthwaite's face. He'll give his face a little rub there. Probably glad that it's raining so you can't see his eyes watering. Good tackle from Branthwaite. Garner gets it away to Ndai. He's got Grealish making a run in front of him. We'll find Barry instead. Back to Ndai. Now Grealish making a run through the middle. Has he got the pace? Can he hold the ball up somehow? And Chadi Riyad saves Crystal Palace there. But now Ndai again. Onto Grealish. Grealish tries to clip it over to Barry. It's a lovely ball from Grealish. And Barry can't quite get the shot away. And Ndai for Dewsbury Hall on his left foot. It's a long way out. A long way out. But Ndai has won it back. Far up the pitch for Everton. Gets it back to Grealish. Grealish onto Dewsbury Hall. Oh, and he's on his right foot. His weaker right foot. Tried to place it past Benitez, but all he did in the end was pass it to the Crystal Palace keeper. And Palace will come right back at us with Balogun. Balogun must be through here. And he kind of scuffs his finish in the end. Heck. We'll bring Merlin Rule onto the field, see if he can make a difference. As Palace make a change as well. And with time running out in this game, it's time for Crystal Palace to have one last attack, you feel. We've done so well to keep the clean sheet so far. It'd be such a shame to lose it now. Pickford makes a solid save. And that is the end of the game. It would have been nice to get the 3 points, but after the games that we had in the last episode, it is just good to keep a clean sheet, to be perfectly honest, and get 1 point on the board. Could have gone either way. Could have gone either way in the end. It is a draw, and it's probably fair on balance. We had some chances we wanted to, probably should have done better with, but I know that Palace will think the same, especially that man there. Balogun had a golden opportunity that he scuffed just wide of the post. 0-0, and we move on to the next game. Unfortunately, the games aren't getting any easier because today we're going to try and keep Erling Haaland at bay. Away at Man City, we are 18th in the table. Jack Grealish returning to his parent club, hoping to show them what they're missing out on. And this is going to be an uphill battle, you do feel. We're not playing terribly well. Here is Grealish. It's Dewsbury Hall. To Barry. To Gay. We're just trying to keep hold of the ball at the moment. They can't score if we've got it. Dewsbury Hall from outside the box. Charge down, and Reinders and Rodri take it away. And it's this man Haaland who we really need to watch out for today. So strong, so physical, so quick. He is a machine of a striker. And we can't afford to give him any opportunities. And then can Barry release Semenyo? And Semenyo might be through on goal here. Semenyo. Oh, he just puts it wide. It's a good opportunity. Nice play from Barry to hold it up. Pep in the rain. He's got a new jacket on, hasn't he? Branthwaite does well to dispossess Haaland, who looked a little bit lost in the middle of the park there. And so far, so good. By this point against Liverpool, we were already 2 goals down. And Dye crosses it into the box for Semenyo, who rises nicely. Donnarumma makes a simple save in the end. But encouraging signs for Everton as Kovacic passes it on to Haaland. I've got to be careful in transition, not to give them too much space. But we'll deal with that easily enough. Good play from Ndai. He's going to keep on going. Barry's ahead of him. It's Barry to put us 1-0 up. And Everton are leading at the Etihad. 16 minutes gone. Manchester City 0. Everton 1. Headbutts the corner flag like a deranged man. Jack Grealish joining in the celebrations there. Not sure what the Man City fans will be thinking of that. And I have to say, I think it's deserved. I think we've offered more going forward than Man City have so far. Donnarumma left with absolutely no chance of saving that. And it's a great goal for Barry and a great goal for Everton. Haaland onto Reinders, who winds up. And it just flies wide of the post. It's the closest that Man City have come so far. Reinders onto Haaland. Oh, what a save that is from Pickford. Tarkowski's there to clear the rebound effort from Haaland as well, which threatened to sneak under Pickford. Kovacic now for Man City, and he does put it in. Well, it's always feels inevitable that Man City will score one, at least. And we did so well to keep them at bay with the Haaland effort, but then Kovacic left in far too much space. Outside of the left boot, into the top corner. I feel like we've been the better team so far. But once they get a bit of momentum, once they start rolling, Man City can be difficult to stop. But so far, a bright half. Even though we've lost the lead, this has been a bright half for Everton Football Club. But Foden onto Haaland. And I'm just saying, it's been a good half. And in the blink of an eye, they turn that possession with a flowing movement. It's so good from Foden. It's so good. And Haaland's not going to miss from there. Oh. We'll just have a look at it again. Nice chest down from Foden. Then Haaland just placing it under Pickford. Nothing he could do. And they've turned the game on its head. And that is what a world-class striker will give you. Now Grealish with a being cut in half by Kovacic. Apparently that's not a foul. Here is Kovacic onto Haaland, looking for a third before half-time at Man City, and it's a nice interchange of passing, but Pickford will just hammer it away. That is half-time, 2-1 to Man City. It was all going so well. It was all going so well. We started brightly, we've been attacking well. Man City didn't really seem to have much of a threat going forward. But then Kovacic, and then 2 minutes later, wonderful play from Foden down the right-hand side, taps it back to Haaland, who makes no mistake. 2-1 to Manchester City. Semenyo to Grealish, and we've got a lot of space here, and Barry's got even more space. It's one-on-one with Donnarumma. What a finish! What a finish from Barry. I thought he was going to be caught. He wasn't caught. I thought he was going to put it either side of the keeper. He didn't do that. He chipped him. Nice little... It's a good assist for Grealish. Barry had just had enough pace. And then he gets it out from underneath his feet, puts it over Donnarumma to bring this game back level 2-2. What a goal that is. And this has to be Barry's best game so far in an Everton shirt. 2 goals against Man City. 2 goals so far as Grealish with a wonderful pass for Undai. And it is 3-2. 3-2 to Everton. We regain our lead with 2 quick goals after half-time. I don't know where they've come from. The Toffees in the away end going absolutely mental. What a ball that is. And Undai makes no mistake. What a game this is. 3-2 to Everton away at Man City. We were 2-1 down at half-time. 55 minutes played. It's 3-2 Everton. Pickford throws it out to Grealish. And once again we're left with a lot of room to run into. Grealish is tackled, and apparently that's fair. Foden, lovely feet from him. A lovely assist, second lovely assist of the game for Phil Foden to Erling Haaland, who's not going to miss from there, is he? Hammered into the back of the net, 3-3. You feel there are more goals in this game, even though we've already had 6. And sometimes you just have to applaud, because that assist from Phil Foden was absolutely ridiculous. Lovely bits of skill. Finds his space, waits the ball through perfectly for Erling Haaland onto his right foot to hammer past Jordan Pickford. 3-3. And Haaland so strong, so physical, that Henriks was never going to win that. And Reinders now. Mateus Nunes to Foden, looking for his 3rd assist of the game, but that's easily claimed by Jordan Pickford. Grealish, Semenyo. Henriks makes the run down the right. He'll look for Barrett in the middle. Goes over him. Semenyo will get it back for Henriks, who's still got the ball here. Henriks tries to put it across, and it's dangerous. We did eventually get the ball, but Donnarumma is brave to go down low and claim it for himself. And Kovacic looking for his 2nd of the game. Kovacic, good save by Pickford. Haaland here on the edge of the box, trying to turn, trying to twist. In the end, Dewsbury Hall will hack it away. As far as Barry, who looks at the ball over the top for Grealish. And is it written in the stars for Jack Grealish? That has to be a red card. That has to be a red card, you feel. Was he the last man back? The referee doesn't seem to think so. I think it is just a free kick and nothing else. No attempt to play the ball, flying in from behind. I'm amazed that isn't a booking. Play 2 minutes of the 3 here. Added on at the Etihad. And maybe just time for one last attack from Jack Grealish. Surely he can't. He can't. I was right. He surely can't. 3-3 in the end. What a game that is. What a performance from Everton. That is a wonderful point to win. 2 points out of 6 in this episode after drawing at home to Crystal Palace. There were times we could have won that game, times we could have lost it. I think you'll always take a draw away at Man City. So, on to our final game of this episode, and they're not getting any easier. We're welcoming Spurs to the Hill Dickinson Stadium today. Tomasso Ricci's men looking to convert the draws that we've had in the last 2 games into a win, although it's not going to be easy. Because obviously Spurs are a very, very good team in the sunshine here on Merseyside. And let's hope today we can continue the goal scoring form, but also keep it a bit tighter at the back. Now Spurs have got Ademola Lookman by the looks of things, and he is absolutely rapid. He looks dangerous in these early exchanges. Can't quite squeeze the ball through there. And we'll take it away with Semenyo to Barry. And Semenyo, is he onside? I don't know if he is. It could be. Let's try and score anyway. Semenyo, wonderful finish. Wonderful finish. I think it might be offside. I think it might be offside. Apparently not. Apparently not. The Spurs defenders were trying to claim it. I thought it was way off, but one of those in a white shirt was keeping him on, and it's a fantastic finish. Hit low past Kinski in the Spurs net. I'd be very intrigued to see a replay of that. Maybe we'll have to have a look ourselves. So that's when the ball was played. I do not know how he is onside. Let's just focus in on Semenyo here. Looking down the line. And is it that boot? I think it's the foot of the Spurs defender there, keeping him onside somehow. That's when the ball was played through. And you think, for all intents and purposes, Semenyo is offside. The goal stands. Grealish is tackled from behind, and that has to be a card. We had a similar tackle in the Man City game that the referee didn't take any action on, any further action I should say. And it's only a yellow card for João Palhinha. And is Grealish injured here? Possibly. He's moving a little bit gingerly. Henrik's outside him on the wing. We'll try and clip it back in for Semenyo. It's a good block off Gay's effort. And Ademola Lookman onto Sarr, and it's well charged down by Branthwaite. Got a free kick here for Everton. Just outside the box. No, we don't. Cut back to Maddison. And he evens things up for Tottenham. 1-1 just before half-time. Strong play down the left-hand side by Loriente. Avoided the tackle from Branthwaite, and Maddison wasn't going to miss from the edge of the 6-yard box. Left pretty much unmarked because Branthwaite was out of position. And it will be 1-1 at half-time. I think we've been on top. It's been fairly uneventful, this game, to be honest. I think we've been the better team. But still, we do leak goals sometimes, and it is 1-1. Barry here, and then Dewsbury Hall finds Jack Grealish. Immediately after half-time, Everton back in the lead. Jack Grealish with a thunderous finish. I think that's his first goal for the club in 9 appearances. Tomasso Ricci is very, very happy on the sidelines, but he's telling his bench to calm down. The job is not done yet because it's only 1 minute into the second half. But it's a lovely, lovely goal. Fantastic finish from Jack Grealish. Dewsbury Hall with a wonderfully weighted pass. Danso had no chance to steal the ball off the advancing attacking midfielder. And Tomasso Ricci very, very happy there. We love to see that for the Italian. Loriente here. Onto Lookman. He's so tricky. Well, he's looked dangerous all game, and immediately Tottenham are back into this game. Ademola Lookman. Fast feet. And if you thought the skills were good, pick out this finish. That's a wonderful touch on his right foot there. Curling it in off the bar. I mean, that's possibly the best goal that we've seen on FC26 so far, especially from the AI. And that is unreal. Unreal from Lookman. And Dyer with a good pass to Barry. Tries to check back on his defender. Barry onto his left foot here. Can he get it across the box to Grealish not quite, but Dewsbury Hall will get it. On his weaker right foot, easily saved by Kinski. It was a half-quarter, 8th volley from Dewsbury Hall as Lookman tries to advance forward for Spurs. Loriente, who's been very good himself. Lookman stealing probably most of the attention, to be honest, but Loriente, not wanting to be outshone, goes very close for Spurs there. And Barry for Undai, who's in lots of space here. He will shoot. It was almost in. It was almost in. Kinski just takes it off his own goal line. Oh my god, I thought it was in. Solid defending from Henriks, who passes to Semenyo, who hasn't really been in the game as much as you might have expected after he scored the opening goal. Jack Grealish, though, obviously he got that goal just after half-time. Gay. And this is Gay. He crosses to Barry, who just gets it out from under his feet and scores the third of the game for Everton. 3-2 would regain the lead. Lovely play from Gay, normally a centre defensive midfielder, advancing a little bit further up the pitch this time and picking the right pass. Barry, for a moment, looked like he was going to mess it up, and thankfully, he didn't. Honestly, the sooner that Ademola Lookman gets taken off, I can't imagine they will take him off, but God, he has been an absolute nightmare to play against today. So energetic, so fast, and Dai gets his pass off just the right time. But yeah, Lookman has been unreal. Dewsbury Hall has the ball to Antoine Semenyo, to Henriks, the right back. I mean, knowing Henriks as we do, since his arrival from Red Bull Leipzig, we wouldn't expect him to be the best finisher of the ball. We would expect him to hit it hard though, and into the side netting as Xavi Simons comes on for Destiny Udogie. What a change that is to make with 10 minutes left. And here is Xavi Simons onto Loriente, who's been brilliant today. Brave defending by Branthwaite. Held his nerve. And now with Tottenham pushing players up the pitch, we do have space to run into with Semenyo as the Hill Dickinson crowd lets out a big roar, and it's nearly finished off by Barry. A good save by Kinski in the Spurs net. And can we hold them out for the last 2 minutes of this game? It'll be a big one. I think it'd be a deserved win as well, to be honest. Mikolenko can't get a challenge in. It's Maddison who shoots well wide. And I feel that must be it, surely. That has to be it. We'll take our time. Branthwaite onto Dewsbury Hall. Finds Semenyo out wide, but the whistle has already gone. 3-2 to Everton. What a win that is. What a game it was. The pick of the goals has to be Lookman's. But still, we scored 3 of them. We scored more than Spurs, and that's all that matters. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the FC26 Everton Career Mode on Tilly Thomas YT. Tomasso Ricci's Everton team get 5 points out of 9, and I think that's pretty good given the opposition that we faced. Let's see how we get on next time. Please do like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.